In the fertile lands of the northwest of Stavropol territory, there spreads Izabilinsky region. Our region is very fertile. It is very generous land with rich natural resources. Izabilinsky region has high industrial and agricultural potential. It has been making worthy contribution to the social-economic development of Stavropol territory. The most important volume to the structure of region's economic is industry. It accounts for 90% of gross domestic product. The region ranks the fifth place in the Stavropol territory of specific gravity in total sales of industrial goods, works and services. In the first place, the regional industry is represented by such enterprises as Stavropol Electric Power Station, the largest thermal electric power station in the North Caucasus, Ltd. Gazprom Transgaz Stavropol with its structural departments. There is the largest in the world North Caucasus underground depository of gas in the territory of our region. Nowadays, our region is fully gasified and takes active part in the program of complex development of gas fuel market of the Russian Federation. In the framework of the project of expansion of the company Caspian Pipeline Consortium, they performed the construction of oil pumping station. The price of the project is 3.5 billion rubles. The temperate continental climate, plain terrain, the presence of a sufficient number of waterways, fertile, mainly black earth soil, make favorable conditions for agriculture of Izabilinsky region. The agro-industrial complex includes 16 large, 22 small and 22 micro-enterprises of different types of ownership, 650 farms and 22,000 of private farms. Annually, growers harvest about 300,000 tons of grain and leguminous crops. Processing enterprises have great perspectives in the field of processing of agricultural products, which are rather underrepresented in our Izabilinsky region. Housing construction is the most important indicator of economic stability of the region. Building complex of Izabilinsky municipal region is represented by 8 enterprises of different types of ownership, where more than 800 people work. Doubtless, advantage of the Izabilinsky region is a well-developed infrastructure allows to provide for new energy production without additional capital expenditure. There are necessary transport communications, objects of housing and communal services. The region has a developed network of roads paved. At a distance of 100 kilometers from the regional center runs the federal highway M29 Caucasus. The distance from Izabiliny to Krasnodar and Rostov-on-the-Don is 250 kilometers and 320 kilometers. Besides, there runs a single-track railway line Stavropol-Kavkazskaya through our region. It is the main transport artery connecting North Caucasus area with Novorossiysk port. For this railway, 3 stations are situated: Rizdvyanaya, Izabilinaya, Peredovaya. There are loading docks on the Izabilinaya and Peredovaya stations. All this creates unique conditions for the creation of large logistic center in the territory of the region. There is a rich eco- and ethno-touristic potential. In the Izabilinsky territory there is Novotroitskaya Reserve, which is not only the source of water supply for 8 regions of territory with population about 300,000 people, but it is also the favorite rest place for many residents Stavropol territory. Izabilinsky region has a rich history. The traces of prehistoric people and fossil remains of animals are discovered here. There are more than 1,000 mounds and 135 sites of historical and cultural heritage. More of them can be interesting for tourists. For example, Rождественская Bogoroditskaya church in Stanitsa Rождественская was built out of oak without a single nail. And in St. Nikolskaya church in the village of Moskovskaya, built almost 2 centuries ago, miraculously refreshed icon brought here from one of the burnt Stavropol temple. Both churches are the cultural monuments. There are archaeology monuments in the village of Podluzhная. They are fortresses Pinkova Gora and Rdanchik. All of them are included in the Natural System Stone Chaos, which is also called Outdoor Sarmat Museum. private samovar museum, tasting room with wine made according to recipes of our ancestors, unique Staroizabilninskaya clay toy which reflects way of life, traditions and customs of Cossacks, song and dance ensemble Sudarushka, performing local folklore songs created more than a century ago, unusual dialect of the villages of Ptiche and other give us a unique flavor and allow to have a closer look at the national culture. One of the objectives of improving the economic development of the region and increasing of the tax potential is creating of a favorable investment climate and optimization of working with investors in the preparation and implementation of the projects. The main index characterizing investment activity in Izabilninsky region is receipt of investment in fixed assets. This index has been keeping positive dynamics during ages. It was 2 billion rubles over the past year. There are enough administrative and energy resources for the implementation of various projects in Izabilninsky region. It is proved by a long-term successful operation of so large investors as Ltd Gazprom Transgaz Stavropol and the company Caspian Pipeline Consortium. Excellent transport possibilities, the proximity of regional centers connected by roads and railways, developed communal infrastructure, the presence of almost inexhaustible energy sources, professional human resources, all this says about the rich investment potential which has our land, Izabilninsky region. Administration of the region is constantly working on its development and improvement. The land registry is formed completely ready for investment. All issues related to the allocation and registration of land are operatively solved. Small and medium business is provided with information and consulting assistance in the implementation of municipal and aerial development program. Today, the main task in the field of social and economic development of the region is to consolidate progress and development of our achievements and improvement of the quality of life of each citizen of Izabilny. The potential of enterprises and organizations of region is on the high level, but we can't do without foreign investments. We'll be glad to meet you in our Izabilninsky region.